Upgrading from an older iPhone could save you money, or it could cost you months of frustration for no real payoff. The iPhone 17e rumor is centered on one thing: timing. Reports point to an early March 2026 launch, specifically around a tease big week on March 4th. If that's true, the choice isn't just about buying now or later. It's whether waiting a few weeks justifies a change in your total cost. We can break down the math by buyer type to find the right answer for you. One specific group should probably buy before the 17 even arrives, and I'll explain why once we set the rules. Here's a baseline. Apple released the iPhone 16e in February 2025 as a cheaper option, and rumors suggest the 17e will continue that trend as an annual update. I'm less sure about the specs. Some reports mention an A19 chip and the dynamic island, but the details vary. I'm fairly confident about the launch window, but I'm only somewhat confident about the exact upgrade list. The real cost of waiting isn't the price tag. It's the value of the months you spend without a better phone, plus the dropping resale value of your current one. First, let's look at the budget upgrader. This is someone on an iPhone 11 or XR who wants the most value per dollar. For you, waiting is the best default as long as your current phone still works. If the iPhone 17e lands in early March, you either get a performance boost at the same price, or it triggers better deals on existing models. That second part is key. Even if Apple keeps prices firm, carriers and retailers usually cut prices quickly once a new model arrives. The rule is simple. If your battery and storage are fine, wait for that cleaner value moment. However, if your current phone is crashing or overheating, waiting becomes expensive in a different way. You aren't paying more in dollars, but you're paying in daily friction, missed photos, dead batteries, and constant stress. In that case, the budget move is actually buying now. A working phone has immediate value that outweighs a small future discount. Next is the parent phone buyer. This is for a child's first device or a relative who just needs reliability without any setup drama. For this buyer, downtime and stress are the real costs. You aren't trying to win a spreadsheet. You're trying to prevent headaches. The risk with an early March launch is that availability can be messy. Limited stock and confusing carrier promos can make the first few weeks difficult. The rule here is, if you need a phone in the next few weeks, buy now and prioritize the easiest setup. If the purchase is optional until spring, then wait. It won't be a magical upgrade, but it will clarify the pricing for the entire lineup. For this buyer, the goal isn't a faster chip. It's being able to hand the phone over and stop thinking about it. Finally, there is the switcher. This is a person moving from Android or returning to the Apple ecosystem. For switchers, the math isn't about specs. It's about timing your entry into iMessage, FaceTime, and iCloud. Gemini said, if you're switching iPhone because you want an ecosystem now, waiting is usually a mistake. A few months of maybe switching soon just means more time stuck in a system you've already decided to leave. If you're switching purely for value, waiting for the 17e could be smart. It might reset the entry-level price, but that depends entirely on what Apple actually charges. The iPhone 16e launched at $599, which surprised people who expected a lower price. If the 17e stays at that number, waiting makes sense, but if the price creeps up, the value argument disappears. The switcher rule is simple. If you want the ecosystem, buy now. If you want the lowest price, wait until we see the official promos. Next is the resale optimizer. You treat your phone like a financial asset, timing your trade-ins and hunting for the best deals. For you, the worst thing you can do is drift. Every month you wait, your current phone's value slides. You're essentially losing money while you hesitate. If you're selling a high-value Pro model privately, you want to sell while demand is high before the market is flooded with other upgraders. If your current phone is old and already depreciated, waiting won't hurt much. But if you have a newer model, the cost of waiting can actually cancel out any benefit the 17e brings. The best upgrade isn't always the newest model. It's buying when the trade-in deals and resale timing line up perfectly. Carriers often spike their incentives around new launches. If the 17e arrives in early March, that's when trade-in tiers and offers will likely shift. As a resale optimizer, watch for two things: whether the 17E price stays stable, and if carriers launch aggressive promos right after the announcement. The verdict for you is neutral. Don't drift without a plan. Either sell soon to lock in value, or wait specifically for those March promos. So, which buyer should buy before the 17 even launches? It's the parent phone buyer and the switcher who needs an ecosystem now. For those two, the downside of waiting is real-life friction, missed moments, and daily stress. For everyone else, waiting only works if the value gain is clear. Here are the final rules. First, if your phone is unreliable, meaning bad battery, constant crashes, or full storage, buy now. If you're fighting your phone, it's already costing you. Rule 2. If your phone is fine and you care most about value, wait for March. We're close enough that waiting could pay off with a better phone or a better deal on current models. Rule 3. If you're relying on carrier deals, you can't decide until the promos appear. An early March launch is exactly when those offers tend to change. To summarize the rumors, I'm almost certain there's an iPhone 17 coming in early March. I'm somewhat confident it gets a meaningful chip boost, likely to the A19 class. I'm not very confident about headline changes like the dynamic island, as the reports on that are inconsistent. The biggest impact will be price. If the price holds and deals are strong, waiting wins. If the price goes up or promos are weak, buying now is the better move. If a credible leak says the price is staying flat, or if carriers preload big promos, you should wait. But if the launch timing slips or the upgrades look minor, you should buy now, especially if your current phone is failing. Final verdict. Budget upgraders should wait unless their phone is painful to use. Parent phone buyers should buy now if the need is urgent. Switchers should buy now for the ecosystem, or wait only if the lowest price is a top priority. Resale optimizers should pick a plan now and avoid drifting. My overall recommendation is simple. If your phone is stable, wait until early March to see if the value is real. But if you're buying for someone else or need the iPhone life today, buying before the launch is the safer move.